Hey everybody, we are in Destin, Florida. Kimberly is off playing bingo today, and I've got the e-bike out here on the beach, and so we're down here setting up our domicile and everything. And as of yesterday, I guess, we are now Florida residents. So enjoy the video.
That's my e-bike. It's a walkie. The camera will be on the e-bike, and we're gonna check out the Henderson Beach State Park. So this is the state park that has a beach in Destin, Florida, which is the panhandle area of Florida, and that is the Gulf of Mexico, like basically the looking I guess south toward Cuba. And this is the beach. That is the commercial side where all the stuff is, all the like touristy, if you're staying in a resort and you walk out to the beach, like that's what's in that direction. We are going to focus on the other direction, the state park area. So this is the state park. I was the only person out here with a bike, and I didn't really see any signs that said no bikes, and I kind of looked on some websites and stuff, and it looked like bikes were okay in Florida, but I don't know. There were lots of people fishing and stuff, if you saw, and people seemed a little surprised that I was out here with a bike. I did not have Grace with me, the dog. I do know that in most parts of Florida, dogs are not supposed to be allowed on the beach. I didn't see any signs that strictly said that, and I did see some people out here with a dog. So like I don't know for sure what to tell you about that. So anyway, so this is the state park that we're in, and I showed up on a bike. You have to pay like a fee at the fee station. And the fee is based on, if you're in a car or if you're on a bike or what you're in. But this is a beach area right here. There are sand dunes and a way to walk down on the beach, obviously, but there's a bunch of different ways. And now that you've seen the beach, I'm going to speed it up a little bit, just so it's not like quite so tedious and stuff. Hopefully it's not too jerky though. So anyway, there's all these different ways to get down. This is one of the ways that actually has like a handicapped thing, which is great for the bike. And I'm walking the bike up here. I'm not like riding it like a douche or whatever. And at the top of nearly all of the ramps, not all of them, but most of them, they have like a restroom area on the left. They have showers that are outside if you want to get the sand off you. And then they also have these covered lunch areas. They look drunk. I don't think you're supposed to be drinking on the beach in Florida, but everybody does, so it's fine. And you have this nice, really cool breeze coming off you, and the water was like perfect temperature when we were here. Those dunes in front of me, they strictly do not want you on any of those dunes, like period. So don't go to the dunes, and don't think that you're gonna have a chance. So they have an incredibly huge amount of parking. This is just a little tiny section of the parking that we're in. And we're going to go directly to the campground, because obviously we do a lot of camping videos. We did not stay here, so I don't really have a lot of stuff to tell you about actually staying here, because we did not stay here. But I had the opportunity to go to the campground, so, we're going to go check it out. So like I was saying, there are the dunes on the left that they absolutely do not want you on. The sandy area on the right, they don't want you on that either. So you have to find the spots, like right there, where you can go down, and there's more parking down there and more restrooms and everything. And so basically, if you go to the left here, that's the ranger station that will take you out to the main Emerald Highway or whatever, which is a main road in Destin. And then if you make a right here, you're still in the area. This is where the campground is. So basically, if you want to spend a lot of time at the beach and you want your camper nearby, maybe you have like a dog in your camper or something, this would probably be a good place to camp. They do have a dump station right there. I do not know if that means that these are full hookups or not. We probably can figure that out by looking at the video, and probably I should know that, but I don't. So you're just gonna get to see what the campground looks like, because I was fortunate enough to get back here and just shoot a little tiny bit of video so we can see it. The campground itself, when I went through it, had all these different sections that were basically spokes. So what you're seeing here, this is the layout of like the whole campground is these spokes. And every one of these campsites seem very secluded. If you didn't notice, you can't really see what's going on in these campsites because they're pretty secluded. You just see the end cap of the camper. Some of them are pull-throughs like that one on the right, and some of them are back ends. So this one's empty, so we're gonna go check it out. And so this would be one of the back ends. They seem fairly large, and I see power there. I think I saw water. I did not see a sewer hookup when we went by on the bike, but it was really kind of quick. We'll kind of look around some more. That would be a pull-through on the right with what looks like a fifth wheel in it. There were some sizable rigs out here, and these sites look fairly sizable. That was a pop-up there on the right. But like I was saying, they all kind of have this spoke. And what I noticed is that those people look very adventurous. They're walking to the beach, that whole like 2 miles or 3 miles. What I noticed is there was campers that were parked in the big parking lot where we went through ready that was next to the beach. So I think that like a lot of people pack all their stuff in the back of their pickup truck or whatever, and they drive down to the beach the whole like whopping mile or two, so they can just not have to take a cooler that far. That's sort of what I think people do, mostly. I didn't see any kind of special beach access for this camping. It looked like it was just the main access. So every one of these entrances off the main road, I guess, to get to this campground is basically 2 loops, if you didn't notice. So you get 2 spokes off every single one. So here's a pull through that we'll just kind of ride our bike through again. You can see how big these are. These are actually really big sites. They are very kind of secluded. A lot of the campgrounds, and they do have washrooms and stuff. There was the facilities right there, and you didn't miss anything on the spoke because that was like the last site. Like it's right there on the right. So anyway, a lot of the campgrounds that I've been to are kind of like parking lots, and everybody just kind of parks next to each other, and you just like open up the side of the camper and you stare at the neighbor's camper. So that's good and bad. It's not so good if they're really close together because you don't have a lot of space. And it's not very kind of naturey or woodsy or whatever. But at the same time, you do have a tendency of meeting people, it seems like, a little bit more. It seems like when you're in campgrounds like this that are more secluded, it's less likely you're going to meet your neighbor so much because you feel kind of odd. You know, like walking over saying, "Hey, I'm Nathan. Oh, nice to meet you." That kind of feels kind of odd to do. Because you have, I guess if you're walking your dog maybe and they're walking their dog, you bump into them. But this place did seem very islandy and very much like every camper was like on their own little island. Hopefully this gives you kind of a good idea if you're going to planning on coming to this state park, like what to expect and what it's like. To me, it looks like a place that I would actually bring my fifth wheel. Like it looks like there's no trees that are, hanging down that are going to attack the camper. The turns look nice and wide. The sites, for the most part, look fairly sizable. I mean, you obviously want to get the right site that would be appropriately sized for your camper. Like there's a humongous voltage. I mean, we could easily fit in there. So I don't see anything really wrong. Here's one that we can go through if you want to see one of these large sites. I mean, look how massive this site is. I mean, it almost feels massive enough that you could put 2 fifth wheels in it. And even the turn pulling out is pretty gentle. I mean, so it seems like it's pretty nicely kind of laid out and everything. So anyway, the channel and everything. So like I said before, we're now Florida residents, which is like really cool, and domicile and everything down here. The next video will be focused on setting up domicile, and it'll also have the campground that we actually stayed in, so you get to see our rig in Florida, and whatever else I include in it. But this video here was mostly focused on the Henderson State Park campground and everything in Destin, Florida. So please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys around.